one of the smartest people, one of the most outstanding and intelligent people that I have ever met online is Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn has inspired millions of people all around the world. If you don't know who I'm talking about, I've got a link down below. I want you to go check him out. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us, but he is in our hearts and in our mind. And if you listen and read what Jim has to teach, you will never forget him.
I embrace all of you. I embrace all of you. With my heart and soul. We are fulfilling Mark's dream. And that's what I've wanted to do for the last 29 years. And in these next few years, let's really grow. Let's really accelerate. Let's expand. Let's reach out. Let's touch somebody with the magic that we've got.
Mr. Schoaf was the one when I said, this is all they pay. He said, you've been working 6 years, Mr. Rohn, how come you're not doing better? And I said, this is all the company pays. He says, well, that's not true. I said, no, this is my paycheck. This is all the company pays. He said, no, this is all the company pays you. I thought, that's a new way to look at it, right? He said, doesn't the company pay 2, 3, 4, 5 times this amount to other people? I said, well, yes. He said, well, then this is not all the company pays. It's all they pay you. And if you qualified, wouldn't your income grow 2, 3, 4, 5 times? I said, I suppose. So he said, we don't have to work on the company. We have to work on you. See, that was the beginning of what he called the phrase personal development. I told him things cost too much. He said, no, you can't afford them. I thought, well, that's a new concept. I hadn't thought about that. We put some of the valuable things on the high shelf, so you can't get to them until you qualify. If you want the things on the higher shelf, you got to stand on the books you read. Every book you read, you get to stand a little higher so you can get the things on the higher shelf. See, I learned those concepts. It was so incredible. And here was the most important one. Success is something you attract by the person you become. See, that phrase changed my life. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Success is not something you pursue. It's like chasing a butterfly. You can't quite catch it. Success is something you attract by becoming an attractive person. See, those were new concepts to me. I'm just working hard trying to make a living. Here's what he said to me. This changed my life. I got a chance to teach this in Moscow and across Russia. 3 visits, now the 4th. Here's what Schoaf taught me. Profits are better than wages. Nobody taught me that in high school. Nobody taught me that. I went to 1 year of college. Nobody taught me. Profits are better than wages. Wages make you a living. Profits make you a fortune. And how could you work on both a living and a fortune? He said, well, you could start part-time working on your fortune while you're working full-time on your living. I thought, wow. Now he said it's fun to get up in the morning. Not just getting up, go to work to pay the rent, but to get up to go to work to make a fortune. First, to make a living for my family. Second, to make a fortune. And he taught me how to make both a living and a fortune. Guess what I did? I learned how to make both a living and a fortune. And I found out anybody could do it once they get the information. And at age 25, I started receiving this extraordinary information. Here's what he said. Your income is directly related to your philosophy, not to the economy. I thought, no one ever told me that.
I want you to think about something for a second. Remember how he said that we put things we can't really get today, we put it on the top shelf. Can't reach it, so it's not really right in front of us. It's above, and we can't get to it, so we're like, oh, we can't reach it. Leave it be. But then it's just like goals that we set and we forget about them because we put them on that top shelf. We forget about them. We put them on the top because we think that it's impossible to reach that goal. We put them on the top because we're tired of the frustrations of trying to reach that goal. Instead of putting the step ladder in front of us, or as Jim would say, instead of stacking the books and stepping up on the books and stack another book and step up on the book to reach it. But instead we forget about it. So where's your goals at today? Are them goals on the top shelf? And how many's up there? Have you ever thought about that? I want you to think about it. I want to put it right in front of your face. I want to remind you. Because that might get you back on track. And that's what I want. You're obviously here because you've been thinking about something. When you saw that title to do with success or money or happiness, it made you think. So I just want to make you think a little bit more. I want you to think about them goals. How many's up there? How many goals you got on that top shelf? And guess what? You could reach them. You decide not to. You decide not to stack the books. You decide not to put the stepping stool in front of you. The footstool. The ladder. To move up. To get higher in life. Now for some people they might say, oh, that doesn't make no sense. I'm out of here. And that's super, super unfortunate. But are you still here? And are you still thinking about it? The more that you learn about success, personal wealth, about your life, the more you can do. And sometimes we put a whole bunch of just unnecessary stuff in front of us. And instead of going for them things that's on the top shelf, we're just down here kicking through all the little stuff. The things that don't really make us happy that much. They might make us happy for a day, maybe 2 days, a month. But then we're back where we started. We're still not happy. You know why? Because you're thinking about them things that you got on the top shelf. It always comes back to you. Some people say, well, I forgot. I was going to do this and do that. And I forgot about it. We didn't forget. We just procrastinated. We chose not to go for it. So my challenge for you today is to go for it. Because you can do it. I know you can. If you're not happy with the money you make, then make more. If you want to make more than what you make now, then make more. What do you got to do to make more? What are you doing? Or better said, what are you doing wrong? What do you need to correct? What do you need to change? I hope this was helpful to you. I have many, many more speeches coming your way. And it's something that we do all the time here at Velocity Courses and Coaching. Because it's our mission, our goal is to help you become successful in your life. Now, the most we can do is give you information. It's up to you what you do with it. It's up to you, whether you apply it into your life or if you just throw it to the side, or if you get excited for a minute and you say, yeah, I'm going to do that. And then a day later you take that goal that you were so excited about the day before and you put it right up on the top shelf. You only live once. Believe in yourself, because we believe in you. We'll talk to you next time.